I always have to start with like a sound. We must begin with noise. And the captions work! Yay! Alright, that's enough of hearing myself, thank you. None of that now. None of that now. I don't need to hear me. None of that now. As I turn me camera. Also, because, I was going through, like, some of the old videos, because I had to clean out some space, and also check, areas that I needed to, like, cut video from the, like, screen recordings and stuff. Boy howdy, my mic position is not the best. Because the problem is, my second monitor is to the right. It's on the starboard bow, okay? And the problem is the mic is to my left. It's to port, okay? And so every time I turn my head this way, you know, to address chat and, like, look at it and stuff. But then I'm turning away from the mic. So that's fun. Anyway. Hi, welcome to the bullshit. Alright. Fucking skirk. Skirk. I really do not have a read on Skirk. I've met her once. Once. Also, wait, is that the fish person? Oh, I need to speak with you. But not now. Not now. Don't get distracted. Don't get distracted by the fish. You're better than this. You're better than this. Don't get distracted by the fish.
The wind rises.
Welcome back to illegal black market.
Wow! Can this launch blaster thing really shoot stuff from that far away?
Oh, buddy, the amount of damage that bitch can do.
It does launch and blast things, but it's actually called a ballista. And yes, it can.
But how does it stay on target?
Use the sights.
It uses a remote guidance system. But I'll let you in on a little secret. The upgraded version doesn't even need that.
Can I give it a try?
Oh, not a chance, kid. Can't have you hurting yourself. Believe me, this thing is even more powerful than it looks. Ask me again once you're older.
Yeah, probably a good idea not to let the children use weapons.
Hey, Beto! What you up to?
Which is ironic because they are currently selling toys and that are, well, actually, they're selling weapons that are disguised as toys.
Oh, it's you two! I was just introducing our product to these discerning young customers.
Paimon thought you were here for some, you know, fishing? Wait, are these three?
What? No, of course not. The kids were just curious, that's all.
I'm sorry. Are these three preventing you from doing business? Let me get them out of your hair. Come on. Time to go.
They're just children.
Oh, do we have to?
They're literally just children being curious.
Don't sweat it. They were just curious. I'm happy to tell them more about it.
No, we've taken up enough of your time already. Neb, don't bother people when they're trying to work, okay?
Okay.
It was no bother, I swear. In fact, once the expo is over, come find me on my ship, and I'll let you see the ballista in action. How does that sound?
How much would it cost?
Not a single mora.
She's just that good. She's just that generous.
Really? It's a promise then, miss.
Oh, I feel like today is not going to be a talking day for me. Oh, boy. Oh, speech is gonna be a difficult one today.
Your vessel. It's a battleship, isn't it? Are you sure you should be bringing children on board?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Why not? Whenever we're docked back in Liyue to pick up supplies, I always let the kids around the harbor come aboard to play, and boy, do they love it. If a kid from Liyue can do it, why not a kid from Sumeru? A battleship may as well be a giant playground to them.
Is that so? I've heard that people in Liyue also turn gunpowder into explosive firecrackers and give them to children as toys.
They're just built different.
Perhaps only the kids back in your home country are lucky enough to look at a giant battleship and see a playground.
If you're worried about safety, I can...
No, I suppose I'm just envious. That's all. I'll be sure to bring them over if we get the chance.
Have fun with that. The boat's out and fuck you, I don't give a shit.
Seems like he really cares about those kids, huh? Anyway, what did you want to talk about?
Oh, just wanted to ask how it's going with the top secret, fishing. Did you reel in the catch of the day yet?
Paimon, I need you to stop saying words.
They're circling the hook just fine. Just waiting for a bite.
And this is why you need to be careful. Because you say shit, and then Yelan comes around and starts talking to you over your shoulder.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
It's Yelan, what did you expect?
Shh. Well, that just proves my point. Something like this would only see more use in Fontaine.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. It's the fact that it's like, shush, be careful. Yelan like gives us the side eye and it's like, oh shit, he's over there. We turn around to look and the guy's having a conversation with Navia. His name card is just fucking spy. By golly, I wonder if it's him. I just wasn't expecting them to be so blatant about it. It's just spy. What more do you need? Oh yeah, the legality is the legality is most certainly in question. It's legal illegal. Which means it's basically legal.
Ah, except you never find something like this for sale there. Better jump on the chance now before it's too late.
Excuse me?
He's coming this way!
What? What is this POV? Did we all just, like, put our heads down and it's like a fucking ostrich in the sand? If he can't see, if we can't see him, he can't see us?
Steady now.
That's actually what happened.
That's mighty expensive.
Chevreuse?
Well, no one's forcing you to buy it. If you're not interested, you're free to move along.
What? Come on. There's no rule saying we can't haggle.
The Voynich Guild gets a cut of whatever I sell. Obviously, that's factored into the price. Don't like it? Take it up with them.
Listen, I can tell this is something special. If you're willing to go a bit lower, I'm prepared to cut a huge deal.
I know it's something special, so I plan on getting paid what it's worth.
Fuck yeah, Beto! Raise your prices! Know your worth!
Perhaps there's a way we can both get what we want then.
What are you implying?
Well, Nod Cry's a big place. Surely this expo isn't the only place we can cut a deal.
But you see, sir, this is the only place you can cut a deal on this item in this specific circumstance. Technically, legally. Technically.
Oh?
But also, we kind of want him to go to a secondary location.
What would you say to working this out someplace else? Somewhere the guild can't get a cut?
I'd say that's exactly what we want, actually, so yeah, go ahead, bud.
That means no guild protection either. What will I do if you run off without paying?
Considering the giant sword you've got handy, if anyone's getting robbed, it'd be me, don't you think? Point is, we're both going out on a limb here. But the reward's worth the risk.
Yeah, sure, I trust him.
Fine. Name a place. As a registered participant, though, I'm too close to the guild. If we don't want them catching on, I'll need to send a proxy.
Smart thinking. Let's meet here, then.
Good. He took the bait. Let's go elsewhere to discuss our next move.
I just love how, like, he's not even, like, 20 feet away yet, and, like, all of us just gaggle around Beto. Just like this big old colorful cast of characters. Oh. Part 3. Oh, hey, I know how you do.
If you want to drum up some business, all you gotta do is holler, and everyone on the first floor will be able to see you. Also, you have to come this way to get to the second floor, which pretty much guarantees that everyone attending the expo will notice you guys at some point.
No, yeah, Nefer 2, we understand. You indeed got this child like prime real estate here.
Not bad, huh? Thanks to the spot I saved you, you guys will be drowning in business before you know it. Your point being?
Cross-referencing Yehoda's current facial expression against database. Confirmed. Analysis suggests that Yehoda hopes we will return the favor.
You bet I do. At least Robo Girl gets it. Okay, how do we do that?
Oh, she's just a baby trying her best.
Generating proposal. Complete. Yehoda, the next time you visit the workshop, I will reserve the seat closest to the hallway for you.
Huh?
This seat provides priority access to any dessert items delivered from the kitchen. It is also free from window glare and sits at optimal proximity to the teapot.
Again, prime real estate here.
By reserving this premium spot for you, I can guarantee you a most enjoyable dessert sampling experience.
Is this your idea of a fair trade?
They're trying their best.
Are you kidding me? That spot's usually reserved for me. I'd never let you take it if I didn't have my dessert budget to consider. What's going on? Yehoda looks upset.
All right, I'll level with you. Since I saved you such a great spot for your booth and all, could you possibly lend me some technical support? Please?
Nefertu, you could just ask.
Technical support?
This year's expo is way bigger than ever before, which means there's definitely gonna be more shenanigans going down too. I know, surely you have some kind of contraption that can, like, scare everyone at the expo into compliance or something. As the manager, I need something I can fall back on in case the you-know-what hits the fan.
Yeah, I forget this game has an age rating sometimes. I just forget there's an age rating to consider. Nefertu learns you can absolutely get screwed over in real estate. Oh. Don't go into real estate, kids.
Let me think. If things escalated that far, shouldn't you just report it to Nefer instead of trying to deal with it yourself?
Nefer's busy.
Well, yes, technically speaking. But if, for example, it was somehow kind of my fault to begin with, I'd probably be better off solving it myself on the DL.
What did you do?
Remember those 3 kids? Well, that punk who was harassing them wasn't just some random nobody. He was just the one that got picked to stir things up. There's a whole bunch of people here who aren't happy with the booth situation. Now, obviously, they don't have the guts to pick a fight with the Voynich Guild directly, but apparently, they at least have the guts to harass 3 kids outside the confines of the expo.
Let's murder him. Get the bricks ready. You gonna come out here and start fighting children? You gonna start coming out here throwing hands with kids? Aight. Get bricked. Get bricked.
The problem is, I'm not really supposed to get involved with anything that isn't strictly to do with the expo, so the whole thing would kind of be hard to explain to Neff. Not that I regret what I did, but jeez, Yehoda, you sure know how to make life harder for yourself.
Oh god, her soul ascended. Spiritually, she is off to the stratosphere.
Okay, yeah. Sounds like we need to be smart about this. Fine. Just this once, I guess I can lend you the Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch.
Agreed. This option meets Yehoda's requirement for an expo-wide intimidation strategy.
A Clink Clank Crisis Control Switch. What's that?
It's a crisis control switch. What do you think it does?
This little guy right here. I made it recently after getting myself into a really sticky situation.
He's just a little guy.
To activate the switch, you just need to give him 3 taps on the head. If you do that, there's pretty much nothing in Notcry that you won't be able to handle.
I know, I feel like we need more of an explanation as to what it actually does once it gets patted on the head 3 times. It's K! The Clank Clank Chaos Control!
Really? So what actually happens when you activate it?
That's what I'd like to know.
You'll find out if it comes to it.
No!
But I'm only letting you use it once, so you better save it for when you really need it.
I know, no, sweetie. No. No. You can't just be like, hey, when I activate this thing, what is it actually gonna do? You'll figure it out. No. I'd prefer to know in advance, actually. Hence why I asked.
Okay, cool. I'll take your word for it.
I do not take her word for it. Oh no. $50% off. Hey, if you're selling these giant lights, I will actually take them for my house. Animal box. I put that shit in my house. And this guy, he's still going. Look at him go. Dancing the night away. Till the I told you. Middle of fucking nowhere. It's like, yes, I'll take the children to the Alcor when I have the opportunity. Alright. Have fun getting there, bitch.
Captain Beto's hook was what got him in the end, huh? Oh, I didn't get a chance to show off how convincing I can be.
It's okay, Navia, we love you.
This isn't tabletop troop, Navia. In real life, persuasion takes a lot more than a dice roll.
I brought a product tailor-made for Fontaine because I thought the group's activities were limited to that area. Turns out, we're dealing with an international crime ring. So I suppose it makes sense that Captain Beto's bait was more enticing. It's a good thing we teamed up.
We wouldn't have gotten far without your intel either. Gotta ask though, how did you know these guys would be so quick to abandon the expo?
The legal illegal. Everything's legal. Until it's not legal.
I read their file. Nothing's off the table for them when profit's on the line. When it comes down to it, they'd see the protection the expo provides as just more red tape. Something to work around rather than with. Just like the law.
So, we meet up with this guy, catch him, and problem solved, right?
Paimon, given that there's an entire other act and then also an epilogue, I'm going to guess no?
No. The person we're meeting is just an underling sent to scout the situation. We're after the leader of the whole ring. And after observing the situation over the past 2 days, it's clear they have undercover agents waiting in the wings. If something happens to our point of contact, those agents will scatter to spread word of what happened, and whoever is behind this whole thing will know we're onto them.
Gonna have to be very, very careful.
In that case...
We have to get the jump on them all at once, and use them to get intel on our real target before he has a chance to react.
Forgive me for pointing out the obvious, though. We have nowhere near enough personnel for that. If even one of the agents escapes, it's over.
Let me guess. You'd rather follow this deal through to the end to lure out the real culprit? Nice idea, in theory. The problem is, in my experience, that person would never show their face for something like this.
I can work around that. But only as long as the deal goes ahead.
We're at an impasse. And the conversation's getting scary again.
So, you're planning to trail the person picking up the goods. I suppose that could lead us to the big fish, but that would mean we have to actually hand over the weapon. Aren't you worried about putting something that dangerous in the hands of criminals?
We can control how dangerous it is. But if we followed your plan, could we really guarantee that not a single agent would get away?
You're telling me you really have a way to mitigate the threat of that weapon?
I mean, to be fair... my throat. To be fair, it's Yelan. She's got contingency plans for a bunch of shit, but also she works for Ningguang, who probably, if I'm recalling from what Beto said, helped make the bloody thing. So, yeah, I think we can manage.
You're telling me that you really have the wherewithal to carry out a large-scale search and seizure operation in Nodcry?
The girls are fighting.
Are they having a fight?
Yes.
They're both experts in this sort of thing. A lot of back and forth is to be expected.
Don't worry. I think they're getting along great.
Oh, I don't doubt that they're getting along great. I think they're gonna get along quite swell, actually. But they're also fighting.
A successful collaboration requires trust. And a willingness to make concessions. So how about this? I'll meet up with the underling as planned and stall him as long as possible. While I'm keeping him busy, you round up the rest of the agents. Sound like a plan?
Yes, I appreciate the trust. And I promise you, not a single one will get away.
She's gonna shoot them all. We knew them well.
See? Like 2 peas in a pod.
Traveler, you should come with me to meet the buyer. After all, we promised Nefer you would be involved in all our operations.
Yeah, okay.
The Traveler is kind of a famous face around these parts, though.
Oh, I'm aware. But anywho.
Then, you can serve as backup. Remain hidden, and on the off chance he tries anything, it'll be 2 against 1.
Yeah, I can kill that guy.
Ha! Let's do this thing!
Yep, I can kill ya. Oh, it's in the, okay. Come on. We may pass Mika. He's like right here.
Quit following me.
Hey buddy, how you doing?
This should just about do it. Traveler? Hello? I didn't think I'd run into you here.
Hi bud, I'm in the middle of trying to catch a criminal. How you been?
Right. I should have realized. Master Jean told me you'd be here. We just didn't know when you'd arrive. I didn't expect to run into you as soon as I set foot in Nodcry.
Is Varka telling people to go send letters for him in his stead again?
Yes. The Grandmaster sent you a letter, didn't he?
God fucking damn
He
it.
also sent one back to Mondstadt, telling us all about how you were doing. Of course, all the knights back home are still figuring out how to support you. But the Grandmaster wrote that we shouldn't be hasty and that he already had everything in hand.
Yeah, we're good, buddy. Don't you worry.
Yep, the Grandmaster's always reliable when it comes to important business. So when he says he'll handle something, we know we can count on him. But of course, if you run into any trouble, remember that the Knights will always be there to help you. Feel free to come look for us whenever. After all, you're our honorary Knight, a valued member of our order.
I love Mondstadt so much.
That's what Master Jean told me to tell you when I departed from Mondstadt. Huh? Give me a moment. I didn't bring any sweet madame with me, but I do happen to have a bottle of our best cider.
See, it's funny because my options were cider or fucking rotisserie chicken. And I said, give me the cider. And he's like, sorry, I don't have any rotisserie chicken on me, but I got some drink. And I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's what I asked for.
Captain Kaya asked me to bring it along. He knew you'd miss it. Guess he was right.
I know we just did the whole thing of, like, Varka's story quest and going back to Mondstadt and shit, but I love them so much.
Okay, I need a minute. I put it in my backpack and wrapped it in clothes. Oh, here it is. Go on. Have a taste. I did, of course. When I was leaving, the Grandmaster specifically asked me to bring some bottles of our very best dandelion wine for him.
I'm sorry, Mika. Was me literally, like, slapping a barrel of entirely filled to the brim with dandelion wine, like, up a fucking cliffside not enough for him? I busted my ass to transport that barrel up a fucking cliff. That one enough? Some respect I get.
At first, Master Jean protested that my main objective on this long journey was to deliver letters to Nodcry, and she'd rather I not overload my luggage. She said someone else could transport it later. But after giving it much thought, I packed 2 bottles of wine for the Grandmaster anyway. Otherwise, he'd be talking my ear off about how wonderful dandelion wine is while waiting for it to get delivered.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Oh, right. If you crave fresh sweet madames and steak, do come back and visit the Knights of Favonius' headquarters when you're free.
Even Mika understands the importance of carrying around a bunch of rotisserie chickens in your backpack.
That was what Amber wanted me to tell you. And that's all the messages I have for you. I should get going. Farewell, honorary knight.
Hell yeah, free apple cider.
Behold!
Whee!
Quit following me.
I would go see Skirk, but she's on the other side of the building, so it's not on the way!
There he is!
Shut the fuck up, Paimon, before somebody murders you. And by that I mean me. Also, when he was like, oh, let's go meet at a different location, I thought it was going to be like in the middle of a field or something, where there were no other witnesses around. This man is trying to make an illegal black market deal, not in the illegal black market designated area, in a crowded bar. Yeah, sure, buddy.
Oh, you really can't go lower?
Best I can do is shave off the amount the guild was going to take.
You're a tough nut to crack. How do you plan to deliver the goods?
Depends on what you need. You don't look like you're from around these parts. So I'm guessing you need sea transport?
Paimon, you're gonna give us away. Her little, like, cape thingy. The little sparklies on her cape, like, phased through the wall. Oh, God. Stay hidden. You're popular around these parts, but can't let anybody know you're here. Little sparkles come through the fucking wall behind him. Hey, what was that out of the corner of my eye?
Yes, but there are a lot of eyes on the port. It would be better to dismantle the product and transport the components in crates.
That might be tricky. If you're worried about getting caught, then let's bypass the port entirely. We can launch from a secluded shoreline and use our own boat for transport.
Sorry. But I'd still prefer to have it dismantled and stored in regular crates.
Ah, I'm guessing the port of arrival is where you resell the goods? You want it hidden in unassuming cargo crates, because you operate right out in the open. Most of the weapons have come in through Yilong Wharf or Lumiduce Harbor, so that seems to check out.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Just connecting some dots. I think we're done here.
Get his ass.
Huh, take that!
Just whacked him on the head.
Out of the way!
It's one of the undercover agents! He's making a break for it!
I'll get him.
The captain of the Special Patrol will take it from here.
Or you can let Chevers take it. I'm fully willing to beat his ass.
One just popped up. Looks like the one on the surface has been subdued. There are children around. I have to avoid bloodshed.
Only because there's children. Any other witnesses, it would have been fine. But children? No, can't have bloodshed now.
Trying to escape? Allow me to show you the way!
Yeah, okay.
Nope, not this way.
She's just gonna start destroying shit.
Had enough? Then turn around!
He's not turning around.
Out of steam yet? 'Cause I can do this all day!
We're just gonna break the sign.
My leg!
Yeah, that'll do it. We'll fix the... We'll pay back for that property damage later, right? Yeah, don't worry about it.
Is still attached. And if you want to keep it that way, I suggest you stay right where you are.
A special patrol uniform. You think bringing me in is enough? Do you even know how many of us there are? If even one gets a...
5 at the port, 10 on the outskirts of Nasha Town, 3 near the plaza. Factoring in you and the buyer, that makes 20. Save the best for last, right?
How did you...
Don't even think about it.
Yay!
Well done, everyone. We appreciate the assist. The boss sends her thanks.
We love her. She just came in, sunglasses on, parasol in hand, like, Listen. I know they're criminals, but I gotta make a good entrance. We have fun here.
It was an honor. Without the Spina's help back in the day, we never would have been able to make it in Nodcry. It was about time we returned the favor.
The branch member. Oh my god, it has branches in other nations.
What? I needed to make you seem intimidating to get these local gangs on our side. We've been over this.
Yeah, I know. But hearing you call me boss will never not be hilarious.
I love them. Navia's such a fucking sweetie. I adore her.
Wow! Navia is something else.
Well, that explains your confidence. I had no idea the Spina di Rosula could mobilize these kinds of numbers outside of Fontaine. This Navia has quite a few tricks up her sleeve.
No trade expo rules were broken either. Even if Nefer saw it all unfold herself, we still wouldn't need to explain a thing.
And she very well could have seen all of this on her own, because her building is literally right there. Just turn around, you can see the door.
Except for the guild's broken signboard, I would imagine.
It was an unavoidable sacrifice.
At any rate, I suppose the next step is to get these birds to sing. Should be an easy job. The Maison Gardiennage has a reputation for highly effective interrogation tactics.
And if that doesn't work, I've heard that spies from Liyue have their ways of making people talk as well.
Yes, that means the operation was a success, right?
So far. Once we get someone to reveal who the mastermind behind all this is, that's when the real work begins.
I'm sure that person is in hiding somewhere far removed from the expo. But as far as our deal with the curatorium goes, I think that's a wrap.
Hooray, we did it while avoiding breaking that one solid rule.
Shouldn't we update Nefer then?
Again, she probably already knows her door is literally right there.
First, we need to figure out what we can learn from these agents. We'll be in touch once we have the information. Then we can head to the curatorium together.
Well, that went a lot smoother than expected. Not a single one got away. You're thinking about Nefer's final request, huh? Let's see. We have 2 expert detectives from separate nations teaming up to uncover an international crime ring. That's not a bad story. If you feel like it's missing something, maybe Yelan and Chevras will uncover something more interesting during their interrogation.
Listen, Nefer said I want to know the full story once everything is said and done, basically. Everything is not yet said and done.
Excuse me? Are you the Traveler? Yehoda needs you back at the expo venue as soon as possible.
I don't like the fact that it says his title underneath is Voynich Guild, air quotes, employee. I trust no one now.
Oh no! Did something happen?
I'm sorry, I don't know the details. All she said was that it's urgent.
I don't trust you.
Now let's get a move on!
Also, again, like, Nefer's door is literally right there. I can see the door. It's right there. Next to the spinny thingy. It's that fucking door. Right there. Nefer could have been, like, leaning up against that balcony and she would have seen the whole bloody thing. What do you mean I need to, like... What do you mean I need to report in? Just look out your goddamn window. I don't know what to tell you.
Squall and Fury.
Alright, what tragedy hath befallen? Oh no, she's pacing.
Either I throw the guild under the bus, or I get on the bad side of a terrifying merc captain. Oh, could this get any worse?
We're losing her.
Get it together, Yehoda. Focus on the hot dog you're gonna treat yourself to after today is over. One thing at a time, alright? Alright. You've got this.
Hot dog.
Let's try not to get too worked up, all right?
Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. I swear.
What happened?
Did the weapon get stolen, or...?
You're here. Please, you've gotta help me, Traveler. A theft at the expo is gonna ruin the guild's reputation.
Oh, yeah, maybe that was actually what happened.
A theft? How did that happen?
You're asking me. The guild has people keeping watch over the storage area for this exact reason. And it just had to happen to one of the scariest people here.
It's just Beto. Relax.
Beto? Wait, that means...
The guild asked us to keep our goods stored on the designated shelves. I had a few prototypes that I was using for demonstration, which I had stored there. But when I came to check on things just now, I noticed that all of them had been stolen.
And each ballista is super dangerous! If they fall into the wrong hands...
Well, all the prototypes have a failsafe designed to prevent unauthorized use, so it could be worse. Still, we should get them back as soon as possible.
The guild will make sure of that. If you could just keep this between us for now, we would be super appreciative.
Yehoda's entire career is on the line. You're on thin ice, Sniffer, too.
Do we have to tell her?
Honesty is the best policy. That's what he taught us.
The children know.
I know, it's just...
The children... The children are key witnesses!
Miss Yehoda...
What are you three doing here?
There's something you want to tell me, isn't there?
Also, I like how Yehoda's like, what are you three doing here? As if we're not literally standing next to their booth. Like, literally standing right next to their booth. What are you doing here? Returning to my fucking booth. I'm a vendor. What do you think I'm doing? I'm in an expo.
Well, Neb's been obsessed with the ballistas ever since we got here. That's why Uncle Ashvapati told us to come see your booth. It seemed like he was interested in them too, because he even told us what parameters to ask about. Ever since this morning, we haven't been able to reach him. We wanted to ask Miss Yehoda for help, but then we heard about the ballistas being stolen.
Kiddos, are you telling me that your current legal guardian is perhaps the ringleader who done stoleth thine ballistas? Oh, Nefertu, you're gonna have quite the headache to deal with.
And?
I don't think Uncle Ashvapati would do something like that, but...
I think perhaps he would. He's been a rather shady character quite this amount of time.
Ashvapati works for the guild. He has access to the storage warehouse, so he could get inside without the guards getting suspicious. Wait, so now it's an inside job? Oh, jeez, guild is never gonna recover from this.
Pat, Pat, it's okay.
He made those toys the kids were selling, right? They don't look like much on the outside, but I bet they're hiding some serious tech. If he's a tech guy, those fail-safes I mentioned might not have our backs after all.
Oh no.
So, this just went from bad to worse.
Relax, Snuffer 2. Breathe. Remember your training.
Uh-oh.
Is he alone? Or is he a crime boss?
Could be. I mean, let's put it this way. There aren't a whole lot of people that could manage to stay off Yelan's radar. Why don't you take these kids to the curatorium and see what you can learn? I've got things covered here.
Alright, let's bring the children to Nefer.
Got it! Hold up. We can't hold these kids responsible, though. Right?
Oh, I'm not gonna hold the children responsible. But we are still taking the Nefer.
No, of course not, but... how do I explain this?
You want to look out for these kids, don't you?
I promised I would. Besides, they're innocent in all this.
Good, because I'm looking out for them too. That's why I want to find their uncle as soon as possible. No matter what he did or didn't do, it's worse for them if he's missing.
Guess we're on the same page then.
Take these kids to the curatorium. I'll update Yelan and tell her to meet you there.
Will do.
Alright. Come along, children. It's time to go see Nefer. Boy, howdy she is gonna have a day. First you bring me intelligence officers, then you bring me children. What an event.
Well, this complicates things. Here I was hoping the trouble would start and end with you two.
Alas, life is a bitch.
But no matter. This will all make for a very engaging story.
I wouldn't be so flippant. This time, it's one of yours causing trouble. I'm starting to wonder if all those agents we captured were just a distraction, so the real culprit could make their move.
It's all still up in the air right now. What can you three tell us about Ashvapati?
Uncle Ashvapati isn't our real uncle, but he is our guardian. He adopted us when we were little.
Still weird hearing that voice come out of that kid's mouth.
He told us we all came from the same band of Eremites in the desert. But apparently, we're the only ones left. We've been traveling from place to place with him for as long as I can remember. We got to Nagcry not too long ago.
Their eyes.
What about them?
I'm just reminded of something.
Oh yeah, because they're from Sumeru, and she's from Sumeru, and she has a tragic backstory, and apparently so do they. Awesome!
About a decade ago, there was a band of Eremites who, seemingly out of nowhere, gained technological capabilities far surpassing those of other groups. Leveraging that advantage, they built a number of highly advanced weapons and sold them to the highest bidder. The conflicts in the desert became even bloodier as a result. While the other groups were tearing each other to shreds, these newly minted arms traders stood by and reaped the spoils.
And they stood there, in the shadows of the gray void, with flames everywhere. Except not on the left. Yeah, there we go.
But before long, their own weapons were turned against them. And as the flames of conflict engulfed the desert, the group met their end. None of the weapons survived, and so in the wake of that destruction, the status quo of the desert was restored.
Hooray! I think.
That's terrible.
Boo!
In the desert, it's kill or be killed. People will stop at nothing to gain the upper hand.
To be fair, she would know. We saw it.
If this happened in Fontaine or Liyue, I'm sure the perpetrators would have been prosecuted to the full extent of the law. But in the desert, no one bats an eye. From what they've told us, sounds like these kids are orphans from that particular band of Eremites.
Which means their guardian is likely one of the few survivors as well.
Back in business, but the business is illegal.
Sounds like it.
No! Uncle Ashvapati would never do something like that!
Uncle Ashvapati is, stealing weapons and selling weapons and probably killing people. Maybe. Allegedly.
No matter what happened back then, I know one thing for sure. Uncle Ashvapati hates weapons. Sure, he's good at building things, but all he does is make toys for us to play with. He can't be the kind of person you're making him out to be. Or...
I'm sorry. All we can do is act upon the facts.
So, what's our next move?
From our interrogations, we've learned that in 2 days, the person behind all this has a meeting planned to collect the goods. If all goes well, we can head to the pickup point and ambush them. But if Ashvapati is part of this and the leader learns what happened, there's no chance he risks himself for his agents. So, that meeting might as well be moot.
Phooey.
Then let's focus our efforts on Ashvapati for now. If we find him, he might just lead us to our culprit. If he stole the prototypes, there's bound to be a trail. I'm confident I can track him down. I just need some time.
What can I do to help?
I work best in the shadows. The more people involved, the harder it is to operate. As soon as I've got a location, though, he's all yours. You let me handle the search, and I'll let the special patrol handle the seizure.
Isn't it great, dividing up work amongst your friends in an even and orderly manner?
That does sound like the most feasible plan. I'll be waiting for the good news.
Seizure?
Don't worry about it.
Hey, don't worry too much right now. The most important thing is that we find your uncle. The rest can wait.
And whether or not he's a criminal and therefore needs to be prosecuted and or who knows what is another debate. We'll deal with that as it goes. But yeah, we'll find your uncle. We might throw him in jail. Maybe we'll brick him. He might get shot. But yeah, we'll find him. Hi, Ribbons.
Okay.
Looks like I'll need to enlist your services for a bit longer, Traveler.
Buddy. As long as I get paid. As long as you pay me. I don't give a shit. You're still paying me for this search and seizure, right? Yeah, okay, well, see if I care. I want you to help Nefer 2 with the expo. Okay. I want you to catch a criminal. Am I still getting paid? Yeah. Okay. I want you to find these children's uncle. Am I still getting paid? Yeah. Okay. I'm a simple creature. Okay. Yeah, yell at me about the cosmetic plans for the fucking Molester Wonderland that I don't even like. Alright. I need water! That means it's break time! Get your snacks, get your drinks, get your pillows, get your stretchies, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do, it's break time! Yay! Bleh. It's my computer. Fights me. Go. Well, now to stand on this box for 2 days. My favorite pastime.
We just got word from Yelan. Looks like she managed to track down Ashfapati. Come on, let's go meet up with the others.
Time for some bullshit. Get his ass. Get his ass. Fuck him up.
Took me a bit longer than I expected, but I found where he's hiding.
Damn you, Nod Cry, and your beautiful violin sounds.
Let me just be sure of one thing. We're dealing with someone who has extremely dangerous weaponry in his hands. If it comes to it, are you prepared to handle the worst-case scenario?
Absolutely. You just need to trust us, just like we trusted you earlier.
If the worst case scenario is killing him, then yes, she can absolutely do it.
Yeah, we've got this. My crew's already locked and loaded.
I'll take you at your word.
I know you said you wanted to keep this operation small, but I still thought you could use some backup. So, I chose a few promising young Spina members to help out. Clarand and I have got things covered at the expo.
Guess we're ready to roll then.
Now that you're here, I guess we can get this show on the road.
Off we go. Ah, the children.
Wait!
Children.
I'm sorry, you can't come with us. You need to stay at the expo like we agreed. It's for your own safety.
We know. It's just... Do you really think Uncle Ashvapati is working for the bad guys?
Given the current evidence that has been placed in front of us, he is the most, prominent lead. Which may very likely mean that it's not him, but there is also a possibility that it is.
I wish I could answer that question, but it would just be speculation. And I work based off evidence.
He's been gone for 2 days now, and he just left us here. He's never done that before. Maybe he really is working for those people and was afraid of getting caught.
You know what, Neb? I'd love to give you an answer to that, but I'm not gonna get any answers until we find him. Which you are currently preventing us from doing. So let's maybe wrap up this conversation so I can get a move on.
But if that's true, then that means he must have been involved in making and selling weapons in the past too. Wouldn't that make him a bad person?
Buddy, we can debate the philosophy later.
That's not for us to say. Take a look around the expo. There are plenty of other people making and selling weapons. Doesn't mean they're necessarily all bad people.
Really?
The same is true for your uncle. Whatever he may have done in the past, the real question we need to ask is why. There's a lot we need to know before we can judge a person.
She's right, and that's why she's a queen!
In Fontaine, we have a long and complicated process in place just to make sure we get the right answer to that question.
And boy howdy is it long, and boy howdy is it complicated.
Yeah. Why would Uncle Ashvapati do something like that?
How about this? I'll make sure that Miss Chevras and Miss Yelan promise to bring your uncle back safe and sound.
we'll see about that.
Then you can ask him yourselves.
Thanks, miss.
This situation is complicated and unpredictable. Isn't it a bit early to be making those kinds of promises?
It's all right. We're prepared for whatever we might face.
Regardless, it's a promise we have to keep. After all, when the children get their answer, it will shape their understanding of what justice means.
Then, let's all do our part to make sure this ends as well as it possibly can.
Act 3. Go to the hideout, which is over here. You know what? That's fair. It's out of the way enough. Oh no, a quest. We're just gonna go around that guy. If we keep our distance, he won't talk to us.
Stop right there!
Oh, shit! Careful, everybody, she's got a gun! She came out literally gun swinging. She just went threaten first, questions later.
Where is he?
It's even better because she's threatening no one. Oh.
We missed him.
Looks like he left behind plenty of evidence, though. Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
Gun first, questions later.
These records look suspiciously familiar.
Yeah. Doesn't seem very coincidental to me either.
What is it?
Remember when I said this group's cover was ironclad? They were always careful never to leave a trail leading back to them. The one time they slipped up, it broke the case wide open. We found a cargo manifest left behind at the scene. That's the clue that led us to Nodcry.
It was a similar story on our end.
And now that same manifest shows up here, among the records left behind by Ashvapati.
Fun with microphones. And seizuring upon my model. Yeah. Anyway, seems a little too convenient.
So, he's the guy that slipped up back then?
Possibly.
Unless it wasn't a slip-up at all. How does the same clue get left behind at two separate scenes and picked up by two separate law enforcement agencies? Thinking back on it now, it doesn't seem quite so accidental after all.
No. Almost like he led us here on purpose. But for what reason?
Okay, so now current working theory is that he used to be part of the group and then he's not anymore, but he wants it to stop, maybe for the sake of the kids because he's turned over a new leaf or something. So he's leaving a trail for them to, like, go find the actual guy? I don't know, my opinion keeps changing like every 10 minutes when I find out something new. I just be vibing. I be running on vibes. My evidence is vibes.
There's a letter here!
He's lost a sense, but it's okay, 'cause he came here anyway. And he brought the gun! Perfect! He doesn't doesn't even know what's happening, but he's got the vibe.
Look at how it's positioned. It was begging to be found. I think it might be for us.
You think he knew we would come here?
If he did, he's a more impressive opponent than I anticipated.
Let's keep going. We can read it together when we debrief.
Because reading it together now is just too much of an inconvenience. Mine.
Search the area. Let's see if we can find a lead.
Strange. Did he lead us here on purpose?
Oh! Well, look at that. How convenient.
Wait! Is this what Paimon thinks it is?
The thingy? The item? The dingus? The nugget?
It's the display model that goes with the prototype. Guess that does make him our thief.
What's worse is that, with his technical background, I bet he managed to bypass the security features on the prototype.
You're saying our guy has a battle-ready ballista in his possession, just waiting to be unleashed?
Not good, Captain.
Oh, this isn't looking good.
Something isn't adding up. All the evidence suggests that he was here alone. Which begs the question, why would he unlock the ballista's features before even meeting up with his boss?
That's a question for another time. We need to focus on where he's going next.
This situation seems more complicated than we imagined. It looks like Ashvapati does have a connection to our criminal gang, but it might not be what we thought at first.
Again, it could have been a case where he used to work for them. Like, he was a part of that group, and then everything fell apart, and then he started taking care of the kids, and he was like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore, but then maybe somebody from the group is still doing this shit, so he's trying to, like, stop it? I don't know. I'm not an investigator. Except I guess in this case I am.
You don't think he's working for them?
Unlikely. He lured us to Nodcry, prepared those weapons on his own, deliberately put us on his trail. This is looking more and more like the work of an independent actor.
Well, if we want to get to the bottom of this, he's still our best lead. That would seem to be our last remaining clue. Let's do it.
To the officers of the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol and the Liyue Qixing, you certainly live up to your reputation. Within a single day, you were able to eliminate over half of the gang's forces. I appreciate the effort.
Well, thank you. And I appreciate not having to read the letter myself. Ew, a bot! Ah, gross, awful, kill it! Jack, get the gun! Get him! Ban! None of that shit in this house. No, no!
I doubt my secret hiding spot will be a secret much longer. So I suppose it's my turn to throw my hat in the ring. I'm just glad I no longer have to run. So, before my day in court is upon me, allow me to confess to my crimes.
Hey, at least it's making it easy. Am I getting a flashback? Is this flashback time?
It all started with a Kashara War
Yay!
researcher, expelled from the academia for violating a taboo.
Kashara War is the fucking, architectural... is the architectural school. Buddy, how'd you fuck up that bad?
He had dedicated his life to the pursuit of knowledge. But when he found himself in the desert, it wasn't even worth a pail of water to quench his thirst. Could you spare some water? I'm a Kasharawa researcher. If you need something, I could...
Sir, by your own admittance, you've been thrown out. You ain't a researcher no more. Or at least not with that school.
Researchers like you are a dime a dozen. Smart as a whip until you find yourself in the desert. Then, you're lucky to survive the night.
Are you mocking me?
No, son. Just still trying to figure out why I've got such a soft spot for strays like you. Here, give me your canteen. You got somewhere to go?
Not really. Thanks to this water, though. At least I can rule out the bottom of a vulture's stomach.
Now you're talking like desert folk. You could always join my band of misfits.
Isn't it great? Isn't it just so great when you're dying in the middle of the desert and a group of bandits just shows up out of nowhere and is like, it's fine. I got a soft spot for you. You need water? I got water. You got anywhere to stay? No? Alright, come join me in my gang. It's fine. Honestly? How kind.
What would I do?
Gather food, guard our water source, just like everyone else I've taken in. Of course, if you have something you're good at, you're welcome to show it off. Every little bit helps.
All I know is... weapons.
Weapons?
Yeah. I love studying them. Big and powerful ones, small and deadly ones, old ones, new ones. I believe the essence of Kasharawa research is embodied in weaponry, and the pursuit of this kind of technology is what pushes the world forward.
And see, this is why Kaveh is the light of Kasharawa, because he does not care about the weaponry and instead makes very pretty buildings that are structurally sound. And also cool things that convert Albedo's energy through Durin to steal it from Rear to put it into Columbina in like a funky conversion type thing. Anyway, we love Kaveh. The lesson is love Kaveh. The subtitles think his name is Kama. Oh, poor Kaveh. Oh. Oh boy.
My lifelong goal has always been to become a foremost expert on all kinds of weapons, so I can invent even more advanced ones.
You know what? I understand why you got kicked out of school now.
So I might have borrowed a few sensitive texts without permission, but you see the vision, right? The higher-ups in the academia just didn't understand.
The academia could have 1,001 reasons for exiling you out here, and it still wouldn't matter to me, son. All I care about is what this specialty of yours can do for us.
I can help upgrade your weaponry. That should come in handy in a dangerous place like the desert, surely.
Sir, how the fuck are you talking this much after having been, like, dying in the middle of the desert? And then, like, he took, like, a couple sips, and now he's like, I'm gonna monologue about my tragic backstory with the poor fucking canteen just sitting there on the ground. Like, buddy, I'm on my second glass, and, like, I'm chugging this shit.
True, weapons are essential to life here in the desert. Most folks get them when merchants happen to pass through. But when it comes to protecting the people here, this scimitar in my hand is more than enough. The kind of weapons you're talking about are overkill for a place like this.
Overkill? Really?
Our group is lucky. Our ancestors learned how to protect the oasis from the sandstorms to prevent it from drying up. Plus, we're pretty far off the beaten path. Helps us avoid conflict with other bands of Eremites. All in all, we don't have to travel to find water, we don't have to fight off other desert folk. It's a real place to call home.
Oh no. Kindness. Rationality. Logic. Boy, I can't wait to see him throw all that shit out the window.
There are plenty of ways to die in the desert, but behind a lot of them lies too much ambition. So, having somewhere to settle down is more than enough for me.
I see. Guess I could do some odd jobs then.
I've heard you Ksharowa scholars are handy with all kinds of gadgets. You could always make something for the kids.
You mean, like, toys?
Hooray!
Yes, if you wouldn't mind. It'll give them something to do. Life can get boring out here.
All right, then. And just like that, a Ksharowa scholar at the cutting edge of his field ended up in the desert, making toys for children. It got boring from time to time, but all in all, those days were quite pleasant. The Eremites accepted me as one of their own, and all the children loved me. Looking back now, I wish I could have lived like that until the end of my days. But then, those despicable people showed up, and it changed everything.
I'm sorry, I'm looking over at my captions. Why the fuck does it say set alarm for 6:30 a.m.? I didn't say that, nor did anyone or anything around me say that. Chrome, I have no reason to wake up at 6:30 a.m. and I don't want to. Like, bitch, I'll have been asleep for like 2 hours at that point. You can't. No! You cannot wake me up that early! No! I'll only have like 2 hours of sleep! No! I have a student! I have a student! Like 9 fucking hours later! No, not even 9 hours. 11 hours! 11 hours later! I would be dead. Alright, kiddo, we're gonna keep working on our coloring today. Huh? What's that? What do you mean I'm making a mess everywhere? Huh? Oh yeah, it's because I can't fucking see. Because I'm tired. I've been up for 11 hours. Oh, that would be awful. Yeah, Yeah, you make that assumption as if I can take naps. But I cannot. Hey!
Don't rush me. These materials are in short supply.
Oh, they've got a lot of nerve showing their faces back here.
Send the gem? It has been a while.
Well, we have a right to this oasis too. Our ancestors were part of the group that discovered it.
You hated this place. After that giant sandstorm when everyone else was trying to figure out how to help, you got out of Dodge the first chance you could get.
Because I knew better than to be stubborn. Stay in one place too long around here, and it might just be your grave.
You abandoned this place. If we'd done the same, the oasis wouldn't even exist anymore. You gave up your right to be here a long time ago.
Oh, fucking tell him, random Eremite guard number 2.
I heard they joined another band of Eremites after leaving us, but got kicked out. I bet they're only crawling back to us now, because they've got nowhere else to go.
Oh shit, you tell him, Eremite guard number 1.
Chief, should we drive him off?
I'd like to see you try. I'm warning you. You won't get rid of us that easily.
Leave them be. This oasis has always been big enough to sustain more than one group of people. It's not worth spilling blood over. All that matters is keeping the people here safe.
At the time, I didn't think much of it. Just Chaim Wazet being the kind-hearted man he always had been. And so, normal life continued. Much unchanged. Well, mostly. You can take the scholar out of the academia, but putting your life's work behind you is easier said than done.
Buddy, I get it, but at the same time, like, your life's work was in weapons. So, like...
I often found myself flipping through my collection of blueprints and sketches. The ruin drakes, scattered around Sumeru, were of particular interest to me. As far as I knew, no one had been able to analyze or reproduce the technology within those mechanisms.
You know, I was gonna make a joke, but then I remembered that Dottore got thrown out a long-ass time ago. Like, that motherfucker got expelled. Oh, so long ago. Or did he drop out? I can't remember. Anyway, I think Dottore knew how to make, like, ruin guard type technology stuff. But that was long before this bitch's time. Also, I hate that guy.
But I was able to design a kind of lure to bait them into attacking a specific target. In effect, turning them into a weapon.
It's not really turning them into a weapon. They're kind of already weapons. Or at least they have weapons. You're just basically training them.
Somehow, the new arrivals at the Oasis must have caught wind of it. Because they soon started taking an interest in me.
Hope you don't mind me asking, but is that a weapon you're researching?
I do mind, actually. It's none of your business.
Rumor is you used to be a researcher at the academia. All that knowledge going to waste out here in the sticks. What a shame.
What do you want?
I want to team up. The rules and red tape that got you kicked out of the academia, they don't exist in the desert. You could take this research to the next level. As things stand, all you've got is a blueprint and a pipe dream.
And that's where it should stay.
But what if you had access to the right funds and materials?
Hell yeah, trans rights. Let's go. How you doing? Welcome, welcome.
What are you suggesting?
Me and my men can get you what you need. In return, all you gotta do is bring this sketch to life.
How's stream going? Pretty good. We're getting what I presume is reformed uncle's tragic backstory? Yay! Thank you for the raid! Hell yeah! Also, how'd your stream go? Because I'm so busy lately, I can't, like, watch people's streams, but, like, right before I started, I was like, hey, somebody's streaming! Yeah! But now but it's going good. Right now we're at the, we're trying to catch the ringleader of the, I don't know, weapons gang in the illegal black market. And it's currently led us to 3 children's adoptive uncle, who I believe has now reformed and seen the error of his ways, and we are now getting his long and tragic backstory back in the desert before, everything went to shit. So fun times.
We've always had a good eye for business. Just never the right product. But this thing right here, the different bands of Eremites are gonna shell out more left and right to get their hands on it.
You want to sell it?
It's a win-win. You provide the goods, and I earn enough Mora from these people to fund the research of your dreams.
Oh no. He like me. He motivated by money.
I don't know.
I understand what you're worried about, but listen, it won't come back to bite the people here.
Oh, don't worry, it's not gonna come back to bite you in the ass. So about that.
These people don't think bigger than this place. They don't get involved in conflict. I mean, come on. Their biggest enemy is the weather.
You've made a bad name for yourself around here. I don't want any part in this.
Well, it's your choice. But it could be the last meaningful choice you ever get in life.
Oh, he's guilt tripping him. He's gonna get. I have no idea. It just came out of my fucking mouth right there. Anyways, getting him with the guilt trip is what I was trying to say. Whew. It's one of them days.
So I'll ask you again. Do you want to finally develop the weapons you've been dreaming of and realize your academic ambitions? Or do you want to stay here building toys for kids?
Toys for children.
How I wish I'd made the right choice back then.
But you didn't.
Yeah, we increased our prices. What about it? You gonna back out?
So, you're really as money hungry as they all say, huh?
Cash is king. That's just business.
Fine.
I'm done. I want out.
Well, it's too late for that, buddy. You said yes to the deal.
What are you talking about? We're making bank here.
I know what the weapons have been used for, and I refuse to be an accomplice to all this any longer.
He says to the man who he gave access to the weapons to, which he can absolutely use and turn against him. I'm like, dude.
An accomplice? Listen, that's got nothing to do with us. People would be at each other's throats with or without our weapons. So they die to a machine instead of a scimitar. What difference does it make?
Can't you sell more than just weapons? Surely this can't be all the Eremites are interested in buying.
I mean, it's good to see how much he grew and how, like, at the start, he was also like, I can make you weapons. You want weapons? Weapons are everything. Weapons, you know, all that stuff. And then the other guy being like, no, we don't need that. It's actually overkill here. Just make toys for kids. You'll have a much better life. And he's right. He would've. But it's like, can't we do more than weapons? Coming from you? By God.
If you want to make the big Mora, you gotta push what sells. That's just how it is.
And that right there is why I want out.
Fine. I've made more than enough to leave this dump in the dust anyway. If you want out so bad, have it your way.
What?
What was that?
Well,
No.
So y'all remember what I said, like, literally probably not even 5 minutes ago about how I sarcastically was saying, oh, it's not gonna bite you in the ass. And how he was dumb for thinking that? And there we go.
Kaem was it. How did this happen?
Gee, it's almost like you built a weapon that was basically like a missile guidance system for the ruined drakes in the area, and you sold them to people with bad intentions, who have, by proxy, now the capability to turn them back upon you. In a deal that you made, specifically, with a guy who one of the selling points was, hey, this isn't gonna bite you in the ass later. Promise. Pinky promise. Definitely not gonna bite you in the ass. Alright then.
You won't find a tribe in this desert without enemies. People have tried to steal water from this oasis in the past, but Kaem Wazet drove them off. Guess his enemies have been holding a grudge this whole time.
You sold weapons to his enemies. But he took you in when you had nowhere to turn. You owe him your life. Why would you do this?
Because you made him rich enough to the point where he doesn't have to rely on the other guy anymore, and also he had a vendetta against him in the first place.
It was the perfect excuse to drive up the price, that's why.
It was only later that I found out. This wasn't the first time Senegem and his men had turned around and stabbed their allies in the back. Let's just say, there was a good reason they had nowhere else to turn back then. I didn't chase after them, or try to hold them accountable. In that moment, all I could think about was saving as many people as I could, in a desperate attempt to atone for my sins.
I mean, to be fair, good on him for, like, you know, having this growth and having the realization and trying to turn over a new leaf and, you know, the whole atone for my sins thing, but it's just like, motherfucker, you came in here after being expelled from the academia, specifically for going so full-on ham with the weapons. And then you got taken in and the guy told you, like, hey, don't make weapons. And then you made weapons. And you're like, my God, someone has used the weapons that I have built for bad intentions? People I care about are dead? It's like, yeah, bitch. You make and sell weapons. And it's like one of those things where it's so like literally just the scenes behind me. It's so tragic. It's so awful. But I'm just like, buddy, how the fuck did you not realize this was gonna happen? Like, legitimately. Bud, sweetie, come on. You gotta pick up the pace here.
But once the weapons I designed were turned against us, the fate of this place was sealed. Even I could do nothing to prevent it. In the end, despite all the burning tents I rushed into, I was only able to save 3 children. And now, you know the full account of my crimes.
Yay, free testimony! It's gonna make it so much easier in court.
I've been raising them ever since, while attempting to hunt down the men who made them orphans in the first place.
It's like it's such a nice, you know, such a nice little family photo. And at the same time, it's like, buddy, I made weapons! What did you expect was gonna happen?
This confession is for the kids to read, too. So, I hope you'll pass it along to them. They deserve to know the full truth of what happened.
Boy howdy, kiddos, I hope you're ready to be traumatized for life.
I know I'm in no position to make requests, but please, help them find loving parents to take them in. Above all else, they deserve a true family.
Ah, yes, posture. Very important. It's just like, goddamn. Alright, well, time to head back to the illegal black market and hand this letter to 3 children.
Back then, I failed to see this through to the end. But I won't make that mistake again.
Jeez. If this is true...
He's after the same target as us. And he's out for revenge.
Oh no! He's contributing to the cycle. He's out for revenge. And this all started because the guy who made the deal with him was also out for revenge, and then he sold the weapon to a guy who was also out for revenge. Oh no! It's a big circle.
He even lured us to Notcry to help him get it.
I think I know what he's planning to do with those ballistas now. If I'm right, this doesn't bode well.
Then we need to find him ASAP! It sounds like he's about to do something super dangerous. But we promised the kids we'd bring him back safe.
You know, theoretically, we could break that promise if he just so happens to hurt himself, essentially. Like, if it's not our doing. Like, we've been over this before. There's a no violence rule at the illegal black market, but, you know, there's some workarounds.
I can't just let him get rid of our target either. This crime ring runs deep. There are still many other conspirators we need to track down. Oh?
You got something?
He knew we'd be out of the picture investigating this place. I think he decided to spring the trap that we set up.
Oh boy, howdy.
Oh, snap. He's not working for them. So our original plan could have worked all along.
Well, you, hindsight's a bitch.
The meeting will be happening any time now. Quick, we need to head to the rendezvous point.
Oh god, we should have spent so much time reading that letter. Oh god. Oh jeez. Oh, it's where? Oh wow, it is out here. Okay. Well, I mean, it's not on the grounds of the illegal black market, so anything goes.
Ashvapati. It's been a while, Senegem. Over a decade, at least.
How did you find this place?
And how the hell have you never had the weapons turned against you? I mean, I get it, most people want to keep their arms dealer around to get them more arms, but it's just like... At some point, I would imagine somebody would get pissed off with the price.
All these years. And the signal you use for the meetup point still hasn't changed. All I had to do was pose as your point of contact. And fish a time and date out of that scout you sent.
Useless bunch of idiots. Just wait until my backup gets here.
I hope they're not the same backup that Chevrus and Yelan kind of took out earlier. Because if so, then you ain't gotten them, buddy.
Oh, I think that might take a while. The Fontaine and Liyue authorities have your men locked down tight. Every last one.
No. There's no way the cops could have known we'd be here.
Unless, of course, someone deliberately left a trail of clues, leading them straight to the expo. That would be a different story, now wouldn't it?
Why must it be that every time somebody has, like, a really cool and clever plan set up, they finally get to the point where they, you know, kind of have one over on the person that plan was against, and then right when they're about to win, it's just like, okay, so let me in on I'm gonna let you in on a little secret here. It was I who fucked you over. Twas me! 'Twas me all along, bask in my glory, before I absolutely destroy you, and all you hold dear. And then they're like, oh my god, it was you! And then, like, they get one over on them because now the other person no longer has the upper hand.
If they hadn't taken your Asian, I doubt I would have been able to lure you here.
So now what? You gonna turn me in, too?
No. The authorities can have your men. But you're mine.
I'll kill you. Personally.
Is that Fatui tech? Looks like your skills are as good as ever. Listen, I know you're mad that I've been racking up Mora without you all these years. But it looks like you still got it. If you want back in, we can work something out.
Oh, see, problem, buddy. He already went through his, like, I'm good now arc, so a little too late for that.
After everything that happened, what makes you think I would want back in?
Because what's the alternative? You're not here for revenge, are you?
Yeah, actually.
After Kayemwazet took you in, you really convinced yourself you were one of them, huh? What you should have learned is that banking on loyalty and belonging is a losing hand. Better to cash out before you're in the hole.
He's talking some gambler shit. The only thing I know is don't count your winnings at the table. There'll be time enough for counting when day is done. It's a good song.
In the desert, my people live by one rule and one rule alone. The last laugh doesn't go to the righteous. It belongs to the one who knows how to cut their losses. Just look at me. When there's more to be earned in the desert, I'm a desert folk. When the opportunities in Fontaine are sweeter, I'm a Fontainian.
You think everyone is as much of a lowlife as you?
A lowlife? There's nothing Mora can't buy, Ashvapati. That includes prestige.
Yeah, you do realize he's wearing like a fancier outfit, but he's still wearing the fucking Eremite scarf, so it's like, well, if I need to go to Fontaine, then I'll be Fontainian. Aside from this, cool Eremite scarf. That means I'm technically from the desert, and also an Eremite, but ignore it, it matches my outfit.
You're talking to a renowned Fontainian philanthropist who lives in the Vasari Passage and spends his days going from one grand banquet to the next. Nobody who counts would dare call me a lowlife.
Are you done?
Clearly there's no reasoning with you. Fine, have it your way. But if you want me dead so bad, why'd you come to face me alone? That wasn't the wisest decision now, was it?
Oh, don't you worry. I brought plenty of firepower with me. You could have brought a whole army for all I care. These weapons will bury every last one of you!
Buddy, you might not want to stand that close.
Are you crazy? If that thing fires, you're not getting out of here alive either.
You know what? I don't even think he cares anymore.
Yes, that's the plan. It's high time both of us paid the price for our sins.
You know what? He got the balls to go all in. You know what? Good for him.
He's lost his mind. Get him! Start breaking his bones until he removes this barrier.
Hold it right there, all of you. Otherwise, I've got enough firepower to go around, too.
She got the gun!
The Maison Gardiennage!
You got here sooner than I expected.
Hey! What's that in the sky? Looks like bad news.
It's fine, I can take him.
Ashvapati, you have my word that these people will face the judgment of the Fontaine courts. Remove the barrier and come with us at once.
Nouvelette's gonna have such a fucking field day. Like the letter that he gave, which also states the other guy as not only an accomplice, but also like the one who's actively selling the weapons and shit. And then like the investigation that these guys just did. It's gonna be a real easy day in court for Nouvelette. It's gonna be a real easy day. Real easy trial.
Fontainian justice is too merciful for them. You should leave us.
Stubborn fool.
Yeah, there's 3 adoptive children that are kind of wondering when the hell you're gonna get home.
I don't deserve them. I have to atone for the things I've done.
Okay, but there's still like 3 children who are now gonna be living on the street? So maybe we should deal with that first?
What is it you feel you need to atone for? Weapons research?
You're from Liyue, right? Your ancestors were the first people to master the recipe for gunpowder. And yet, they turned it into fireworks and firecrackers that even children could play with.
Yeah, and they also turned it into the giant ballista that you're going to use to murder the other guy and yourself. So, you know, Works both ways.
Surely, it's choices like that which make Liyue what it is today. I hear that it's a very peaceful place to live for the most part. But me? I chose to use my research skills to create weapons of war that brought death to countless people and destroyed the only home those kids had. That's why I have to atone. Because I have blood on my hands.
Sorry, I commend you, and this is a very emotional moment, but, like, those ballista strikes are still on their way. You might want to talk a little faster.
Sounds like you don't know as much as you think about fireworks. They might be harmless fun in this day and age, but they started out as weapons too, you know.
What?
Ha! You didn't do your research! Fool.
That's right. Fireworks and firecrackers were originally developed for use as weapons. They needed something a little more powerful than usual for purging evil forces and scaring off wild beasts. Over time, evil spirits learned to fear the sight of flames, and the beasts retreated into the mountains. That's when people started repurposing fireworks for entertainment purposes. The peace we enjoy today isn't because we chose to make toys instead of weapons.
It's because we chose to make weapons into toys. You know, for children.
The weapons are what secured us the peace in the first place. Only then did we have the luxury of choosing to turn them into toys instead. It's people, not weapons, that commit acts of evil. And when people are as bent on destruction as the evil forces and beasts faced by our forebears, whatever tools they have at their disposal end up as weapons.
No, she's right. She got in one. No, because that is the whole thing. It's like, think of it this way. We have Brick, right? We have our good, trusty friend, Brick. Brick, on its own, it's fine. The brick doesn't do anything. It does literally nothing. It's just brick. But if you, as a person, took the brick and bashed somebody's head in with it, well, whose fault really is it then? You or the brick?
Time is running out. Please. Leave while you still can.
Granted, there is a thing to be said of... when you... Oh, God! Jesus Christ, there's bricks everywhere! No, but really, there is something to be said about, like, the fine line between, like, a weapon in and of itself doesn't really do anything. It's the person who's behind it that really causes the problem. But there is also, like, a certain degree where having access to said weapon makes it easier for people to make those types of decisions. So it's a fine balance between, like, you know, the intent of the person and then also having access to the thing. And then there's times where, like, say for example, if somebody had, like, a gun and it wasn't secured enough, right? Somebody could theoretically get access to it and then hurt somebody with it accidentally, not with any intent to cause harm or murder somebody even, but it could still happen just because of the ease of how the weapon has been developed for, like, ease of use, and also how accessible it was. Right? So then the person behind it didn't have, like, bad intentions, but they were still, in the end, the one who pulled the trigger, right? So, it's a very difficult thing. But yeah, it's just like, no, Yelan's right, though. It's the person who stands behind it. Remember, the brick cannot hurt you unless somebody comes at you with the brick. Or somebody didn't put the, like, cement in properly enough, and then it was, like, loose, and then the wind blew it out, and then you got bonked on the head with it because it's just, like, bad plan. But hey, that was still somebody who didn't build the thing correctly. So in the end, all things come down to brick is innocent. What was I talking about?
Relax. Now that we have these guys in custody, I think we can find a way of repurposing these ballistas for the children's amusement.
I don't know how much I trust that. Alright, time to give ballistas to children. Oh, fuck, the punk is back.
I knew they were looking for trouble, but they messed with the wrong manager.
Captain, we're in position!
Prepare to intercept! On my signal! Fire!
Fireworks show? Oh.
Recording mode on.
Has this always been part of the show?
No funny business.
Yeah, that'll tell him. Also, I love it when my computer, like, lags in the middle of a sick-ass cutscene. Like, Beto standing on the, like, fucking crest of the Alcor. A cool panning shot going around her. Like, zooming from the front off to the side of the ship, down to the bow, to see all the whole crew, and then the computer just goes... The whole system nearly bricks itself in the middle of a sick-ass cutscene. We love it here. We love it here.
I never imagined the Guizhong Ballista could be used for something so beautiful.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it either.
If you'll agree to come with us and answer some questions, it would be a big help to our investigation.
Of course. You'll have my full cooperation. I know I'm guilty. Just not sure of the precise crime at this point.
You know what? Nuvolette can figure that out.
Honestly, me neither. I'm sure a case like yours would have Fontaine's top legal experts scratching their heads. As for these arms dealers, though, I can confidently say that none of them will be getting away with this. So at least you can take some solace in that. I know, there's no sentence the court can give them that will satisfy you. But at least the trial will be a public declaration of their crimes and the punishment they will receive. The victims deserve that much.
I don't know if they're gonna be able to go into the Fortress of Meripede. Like, I know people end up in the Fortress of Meripede and it's like, oh, okay, you can get a fresh start and shit. I don't know if you're gonna want to do that with this one.
Considering the alternative was them dying in obscurity to a revenge killing with no one left behind to tell the story. This looks more like real justice to me.
It looks different for everybody, sweetie.
I guess you're right.
Toys for children. You know, as you do. For the children. Well, time to stand on a rock and wait another 2 days. My favorite. Yay!
What do you think they did with Ashvapati in the end? Let's go ask them for an update.
Epilogue. Let's take a break and get more water. It's time, chat. It's break time. It's break time, everybody. It's break time. Get your snacks, get your drinks, go to the bathroom, do what you gotta do, get your stretchies in. Break time. Wah! time for epilogue. And the sooner we finish the epilogue, the sooner Nefertu can enjoy her hot dog.
Squall and Fury.
Great! Everyone's in one place!
Hurrah, huzzah!
Now that we are on the other side of this incident, I suggest we put any remaining questions to rest here and now. The Voynich Guild won't be responsible for any disputes remaining after this meeting.
Understood. Well, there's been no serious harm to me or any of my compatriots. And with the arms dealing operation closed down, I've achieved my strategic objective. I'm happy to let the Fontaine authorities process the culprits from here on.
I appreciate your flexibility. I'll need all of them in my custody to proceed with the case files. As for you... Given your association with the Voynich Guild, I suspect the boss of the Curatorium might raise some objections if I insisted on bringing you into custody as well.
Congratulations, he's getting off scot-free.
Then what do you propose, Miss Chevreuse?
While pursuing one of the suspects in this case, it was unfortunately necessary for me to destroy a certain signboard in Nasha Town.
Is that an official confession, officer?
What I'm suggesting is that I don't file charges against Ashvapati, he stays here, and in return, you don't seek damages for the signboard. Sound fair?
The deal is struck.
Deal.
Huzzah!
Huh. That went surprisingly smoothly. Paimon figured it was gonna be a whole ordeal.
Look, we like to keep things nice and simple. Nefer likes her money. And Chevreuse just wants to go home and do her fucking job.
Uncle Ashvapati, we...
They told us the whole story. Everything you've done. Even so, we still want you as our uncle.
But
Well, at least the children are fine with it. It's like, yeah, you got thrown out of school for being obsessed with weapons and committing a taboo, and yeah, you decided to forego a simple life to become an arms dealer, and yeah, you had the arms that you were selling get thrown back at you and the people who cared about you, which cost these kids their parents and a normal childhood and life. And yeah, you went back on your word and went back to dealing with weapons and shit to try and get a revenge murder in on the guy who caused the whole dealings in the first place. But yeah, you can still be our uncle. I don't know, if I was these children, I would be so fucking conflicted, but they're just like, no, Ashvapati, that's our uncle. It's like, okay. Whatever you say, kids.
If you'd been less trusting of the promises these men made to you back then, and left some weapons for your own people to defend themselves with, maybe things would have turned out differently.
Maybe if you just didn't make the deal in the first place. Just don't. Just say no. Actually, burn the blueprints. That would have solved all of it. Just burn them.
The way I see it, your crime wasn't the weapons research itself. It was failing to use that knowledge sensibly, to protect the ones you cared about.
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Well then, what are you waiting for? The chance to atone for real is staring you right in the face.
Children, from now on, I will protect you with my life.
Sir, you are their legal guardian. Were you not already protecting them with your life?
Traveler, Yelan. On behalf of the Fontaine authorities, it has been a pleasure working with you both. I wish you all the best.
Okay, bye-bye, Chevreuse!
I have plenty of other business to attend to, so it's probably about time I got going as well. See ya.
Okay, bye-bye, Yelan!
Looks like you're a free man.
I guess, but even if they won't arrest me, I still have a lot to answer for. I joined the Voynich Guild with my own agenda and nearly ruined their reputation. Are you really gonna let me get away with that?
After you joined us, it didn't take me long to find out that you'd lied about nearly everything. Everything except your desert origins. That turned out to be true. I actually consider the desert my home too, so I was interested to learn who the real Ashvapati was. Thanks to the Traveler, I now know the full story. And my, what a story it is. Granted, the final chapter caused us a fair amount of trouble. But hey, sometimes that's the price you pay for a good ending.
She's just like, you know what? You caused me a lot of trouble. But it made for a damn good reading session, so you know what? I'll let you off the hook.
Are you serious?
I mean, obviously I can't let you stay in the guild. Not after all the rules you broke.
Nearly almost launched my fucking, like, controller, base onto the floor. By yoinking. Because the cable for my headphones is way too long, so I kind of, like, wrap it around the base of the controller that, like, charges it. So that it's not dragging on the floor, and I don't, like, run over it with my chair. But I nearly took the whole fucking base off the table because my hand kind of landed on the wire. It's a safety hazard around here. Oh boy. And keeping him in the guild is also a safety hazard.
I completely understand.
I'd recommend that you take these kids back to the desert.
Why?
The desert has been plagued by seemingly endless conflict since as far back as I can remember. But your story offers a glimpse of a different way of life. Maybe there really is hope for peace in the desert.
Knowing what we know now and that there's, like, more of a story to Dory, it's very interesting having that shot where, like, Nefer's, you know, talking about the desert and then just Dory's in the back.
The Sumeru of today is a different world than what it once was. With Lesser Lord Kusanali at the helm, who knows where the possibilities end? Maybe you could rebuild the home these kids once knew.
I'm flattered, really. But that was a lifetime ago. I'm sure the sandstorms will have buried any last trace of that oasis by now.
Actually, I think it was about 10 years ago. But yeah, sure, go off.
Sure. We could put up a few tents and call it a settlement. But what then? It would be a brutally harsh existence. There's no way around it.
Where there's Mora, there's always a way. Hello, my dear customer. Why don't you discuss your needs with me? If you can dream it, you can buy it.
So Mora is the answer, huh? All right. Say I wanted to buy a hometown for these children. You telling me I can buy that from you?
Don't question Dory, she's got her ways.
Don't take her so literally. She's just doing her sales pitch. Sure can. Huh?
I'm telling you.
Ta-da! I present to you one magical gemstone created by none other than the renowned mage Alice herself.
I forgot she's also friends with Alice. I forgot she knows Alice. She got magic shit.
Simply plant it in the ground, and a spring will instantly start growing. Before long, you'll have yourself a fully fledged oasis. And the best part is, it's designed to work flawlessly, even in the most arid and sandiest of deserts.
What the?
I told you not to question Dory. I especially need you to not question Alice.
Huh. Looks genuine to me.
Goodness. They always say you can find everything at the Not Cry Trade Expo. Turns out it's more than just marketing hyperbole. Still, surely a treasure like this must cost the world. As much as I'd love to buy it, I don't think I'm the kind of clientele you're looking for.
Actually, this could be your lucky day. The mage who tasked me with selling this insisted on setting the price herself, and she priced it as whatever keeps the kids happy.
I love Alice. Because that's her whole thing. Like, the whole point of the Hexen Circle is to protect Teyvat from the things outside of its borders. But specifically, the Hexen Circle protects children. And a large part of that has to do with the fact that, like, Alice has Klee and wants to ensure that, you know, the world of Teyvat is a safe place for her daughter to have a life and grow up in. And I'm just like, oh, I love her.
Needless to say, I could have found far more lucrative options. But alas, none of them would be worth breaking a promise to a mage over.
Whatever keeps the kids happy? So what is that in Mora?
Good question. I got it! How about I charge you whatever you three kids earned at the expo? Then you can say you bought back your hometown through nothing but your own hard work. I think that would keep the kids very happy indeed. Wouldn't you agree?
Deal!
Hurrah, huzzah! Look at the colorful cast of characters. Look at everybody. Look at the It's just nice seeing, like, everybody, you know, once it's all over and stuff, but damn this game. Making me attached to things.
Well, this was a strange turn of events.
You never fucking know with Dory. You literally never know. I don't know. I know nothing.
I think it's safe to say that this was one of the more memorable trade expos.
Yay! He did it! It is done! It is done! That was just nice. I don't know what all this is. Like... Is it just like... I don't know. Do I just talk to them? No. I'm like, yay! Fuck yeah, we did it! What is all this? obviously I have to play, like, the games and stuff like that, but that's just, like... It's kind of why I did, like, 1 or 2 of each one last stream. Just to be like, hey, this is what the little mini-games look like, and that's that. Because that's how you get all of these, and I'm gonna do that in my free time. This, I don't really know what all this is. They're like, continue to be part of the expo. I'm in the expo. Nothing's happened, but But you know what I think is a good idea? Doing the thing where we talk to Flynn's, because he's the last motherfucker I need to speak to. So let's go do that. Let's do Flynn's like little quick quest thingy, and then we'll have all of those done.
Behold.
I'm going the wrong way. Literally just realized I'm going the wrong way. Love that for me. It's this way.
The wind rises.
But anywho. Hey, there's a thing here.
Too slow.
I love free stuff. Anyway. But that was a neat little thing.
Fury.
It's one of those things where it's like, yay, everything worked out, but it's also like, it's a little conflicting, because I'm like, I still would have maybe, like, tried him for something. He technically, you know, was still an accomplice in the selling of weaponry. So it's like, but, I ain't the judge.
Oh, gloomy skies overhead. Oh, just like the last time we were here. The air's all icky and sticky and dark and damp.
Yeah, that just sounds like a normal night.
Whew, we didn't get a good look then. All Paimon remembers is that really tall tower. So, let's explore the area more fully this time. Wait, is that?
Hey, buddy.
Ah, good day, you two. Assuming I don't have the time wrong.
I don't even know what time it is. You think I know what time it is, sir?
Then let us forego these niceties. It is always dark here in the Final Night Cemetery. Time becomes somewhat meaningless.
Honestly, like, I have appointments and shit, you know, I like tutoring and things like that, and even I forget what time it is half the time. Legitimately, I almost didn't realize it was Tuesday today, because it felt like a Monday, and I had to ask Ivy, like, is it Tuesday? And she was like, yes. And I knew it was Tuesday, because Mom was working from home today, but at the same time, I was like, it can't be Tuesday, it should be Monday, but it's not. Monday already happened. It didn't feel like it did.
Phew! Well, it's good to see a familiar face. Especially in this darkness. Oof! It really gives you the heebie-jeebies!
You needn't worry. This is my humble abode, and the tomb of the Lightkeepers. And while somewhat dark, it is on the whole a safe place.
Look, there might be a couple of ghosts running around. It might be dark. It might be damp. There might be graves. It's a cemetery. There's nothing to be scared of. It is not the dead things in the cemetery you should be concerned about. It's anything that's still living.
That being said, I rarely receive visitors here, save for the occasional colleague. What brings you two here?
Quest marker.
Well, to be honest, we just wanted to see where you live. We were in such a rush last time, we didn't get to do a proper tour.
I see. In that case, as guardian of the tombs here in the Final Night Cemetery, allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes to you both, on behalf of the spirits who slumber here eternally.
Wait, do you mean there really are ghosts here?
Paimon, could you not tell from the ghosts?
That is correct. As you may have noticed, this island is dotted with headstones. You might think of it as a veritable necropolis filled with souls. Isn't it a welcoming thought?
See, the problem is I be vibing with him. I be vibing with him. I'm like, hey, this is the final resting place of a bunch of people. You just go through it, you know?
Not at all. If anything, this place just got scarier.
Oh, get over it. People die. Part of life. Actually, the end of it.
Ah, apologies. It was meant merely as a gesture of the hospitality that you deserve as guests. We don't receive many visitors here, after all.
See, this is what I mean. Paimon's like, you mean there's actually ghosts here? Paimon, what the fuck is that over his shoulder? Hmm? You wanna tell me what that is? That's what I thought.
But I suppose it is a tall order to expect people to suppress their fear of ghosts. Even so, I do hope your visit shall be a pleasant one. The spirits on this isle, while somewhat old-fashioned and hardly gregarious, are an unassuming crowd who keep to themselves. I have found they make perfectly decent neighbors.
Yeah, these ghosts are all just kind of like standing around. They just be chilling.
If you still have misgivings, I can only suggest that you avoid staying outside where possible. The ghosts do not tend to set foot indoors very often, although that might render your sightseeing experience a little less riveting. Let me think.
Yes, let me show you around my abode. Over here, we have the graves. Over here, graves. And back there, on the far edge of the island, graves. I hope you enjoyed the tour.
Most of the camps on this isle have been removed, and only the lighthouse remains, symbolizing the many battles the Lightkeepers have fought against the Wild Hunt. In that regard, it has quite a bit of historical value, and is thus well worth seeing.
Oh boy, howdy, that lighthouse done been through it. Oh god, that bitch is mangled. Look at the ladder. Oh. Oh, honey, that ain't up to regulation.
Yeah, that was the first thing we saw when we arrived. So, it's a lighthouse, huh? What happened to the light?
Years of disrepair and a shortage of fuel, I'm afraid. As this island became abandoned, maintaining the lighthouse became increasingly difficult. Besides, even if we were to rally sufficient manpower to repair it, it would serve little purpose these days. In the past, it guided people on their way to and from the island. But all those people now lie beneath our feet in eternal rest.
You know what? Good for them. Let them find peace.
Well, that is perhaps not entirely accurate. They do sometimes come running out, speaking once familiar utterances into the void.
Ah, the good old Void, our friend Void. I love Void.
In which case, since you are not used to the darkness that shrouds this island, you could consider restoring the lighthouse to illuminate your way. I too know well the comfort that a distant ray of light can bring on those lone journeys through the cold night.
I don't know, I'm just thinking about, like, living in a lighthouse that actually has the fucking light on must be so goddamn annoying. Or living even near it. Because I remember, when I was younger and I used to go up to, like, my nana and grandpa's more often, they had boats, right? And what would happen is, occasionally, on some nights, I don't know if my grandpa actually partook in this or not, but, like, his friends, they had, like, a very, everyone's welcome, let's bring everybody over all the time kind of house, so there were always people over, right? And what would happen is, because they lived, like, on the water, basically, those friends also had boats. And I don't know, again, whether or not it was, like, taking Grandpa's boat out, or one of their own, or something, but generally what would happen is that, like, occasionally on some nights, some of them would get a little bit drunk, and then take, one of the boats out on the water, and what they would do is, 1, talk really fucking loud, 2, play music, and 3, they'd have a light. A spinny, bright light that just, oh my god. It was so annoying. You'd be trying to sleep, and, like, through the curtains of the fucking window, you could see the light, like, coming in, and you can hear them, even though they're, like, down in the fucking water. And you're, like, in the house, on a hill, in a room. I was like, I could not imagine living in a lighthouse, or even near a lighthouse where the light's, like, actually going on. Because the lighthouse bulbs, like, the light that they use, dude, those are as big, if not bigger, than a fully sized human adult person. They are big. And I'm just like, this tiny little fucking light on a boat in the middle of the night bothered the hell out of me. I could not.
Speaking as a lightkeeper, we no longer need the building all that much, and I am under no official obligation to maintain it. And personally, I am more partial to the night than the day, so I find myself quite comfortable here in the dark.
See, I just feel like, why did it say set alarm for 6? It did it again. I cut it off because I started talking, but it did it again. Where the fuck is my captionings getting the statement set alarm for, like, 6:30? Why? I'm not waking up at that time. You can't make me. Anyway, I was gonna say, if I was Flint, I'd be so annoyed having this fucking light turning around all goddamn time.
Besides, I have a lantern of my own. I would rather tend to that than rely on a more distant warmth.
He says, looking down at his true form that he has to maintain no matter what.
As such, you should have no issues using it, so long as it helps you. I believe there should still be some backup fuel for the lighthouse stored in an old tent to the north. That should be enough to serve your present needs. And if you should need to find me, I will be in an underground basement on the north side. That's where I will be sorting through my reports.
Is that the area we were in last time when, like, Columbina from the past came in and started tip-tapping on all the books? Sorry, not the books, the manila folders. The manila envelopes that look like fucking bricks.
I will meet up with you once I have completed my urgent tasks.
I needed to get so many of these plants for Durin.
Huh. There really are a ton of headstones here on this isle. And they're all so old you can't make out the words on them at all.
Like, I usually just ran in here, grabbed the plants, and went, cool, bye! And now he's a big boy, fully upgraded. We love him. Where am I going? Over here. Mine.
This place is super dark. Feels kind of stuffy too. Huh. And there are ghosts over there. But we'll be fine, right?
Paimon, how many ghosts? How many ghosts is it gonna take before you stop fearing the ghosts?
Either way, let's try not to get their attention. Let's just grab the fuel and go.
The sky is so dark. I'm scared. They're staring at me. You sure took your time, didn't you? Come on, help me shift this fuel. It's almost time for our lighthouse shift.
Okay, now I'm getting concerned with the captions because it just said "Okay, Google." Why? Why did it say that? What is happening with you, captions? Who hurt you? Who's possessing you? Is it because I'm using Chrome as the browser? This is why I hate Chrome. Alas, Edge no longer works as the captions browser, and the other two browsers never worked as the caption browser. What kind of network bullshittery are you picking up here, bud? Anyway, sir, yes, sir, lighthouse shift, boss man, sir. Let's, yeah, okay.
Does he mean...
It's fine, just keep moving.
Look at you, shaking like a leaf. You scaredy cat. How you made the cut as a ratnik, I'll never know.
Sir, I have work to do.
Come on, grab your stuff and let's go. Perhaps I'll even tell you a ghost story on the way.
What? A ghost telling us ghost stories? Wait, hang on. Was he just trying to scare us?
You ever heard of the blue fire?
I don't have to hear about the blue fire. I know him. He's a chill and swell guy.
As we all know, when you're out walking out at night, you should never look behind you, and never look all the way down at the ground. Always look ahead into the distant skies.
Oh, but I love looking at the ground when I walk. It helps me know where I'm walking. Makes me make sure I'm not stepping on things or tripping over me feet. Also, I hate eye contact. Also, what do you mean, don't look behind me? You think I'm fucking Orpheus? Have I stepped into a Greek tragedy?
Well, that's because the Wild Hunt watches us from the darkness. They wait for you to lose your way in the fog, and then, when you're at your most vulnerable, they come and take your life.
Buddy, I'm on the island of the Final Night Cemetery. I don't think they coming.
That's why it's dangerous to travel alone in the dead of night. But sometimes, if you're lucky, you'll see a blue lantern shining out in the darkness.
Yeah, and that lantern is probably Flynn's. Who's literally... Yeah. Who has literally, like, told us where he's gonna be, so if I need him, I can go grab him.
They say it only appears if you've run into the Wild Hunt, or if you can't find your way at night. Either way, if you ever see the blue lantern appear, you must remember to follow it. Don't ask me what it is, because I don't know. My granddad says it's one of the Fae that used to live in Nodcry in ancient times. But it could equally be the ghost of one of our fallen warriors. One who truly hated the Wild Hunt.
No, it's one of the Fae that used to live in Nodcry in ancient times. Actually, he's still living in Nodcry in present times. He's in the basement.
Whatever it is, the Blue Lantern seems to be on our side. The side of the Light Keepers. I'll bet that's why the Starshina wants to make offerings to it on the island. Ah, shucks, look at me talking away. I totally forgot I've still got fuel to move.
Wait, but we brought all the fuel with us. What's this guy talking about?
All right, I'd better get back. See you later, scaredy cat. It's nearly time for my shift.
Yeah, so I'm guessing that's probably how he died. Anyway. To the lighthouse.
Too slow.
To the... Oh, I have to go up, don't I? Yeah, that's a good ladder. That's a good ladder right there. This is... Yep. That, Metal Gear, eat your heart out.
Oh, finally, we're here. Let's find where the fuel goes and pour it in. Woohoo! The light's on! This should make things way easier. Now we can keep exploring.
Hooray! And you can also see the light on the other lighthouse that's like on the other part of the island over there. That's neat. I wonder if like somebody just like... Because I'm looking in the right direction. Yeah. That's the lighthouse here in Pyramida. And I wonder now if somebody just like fucking ran up to Alua's room and shook him awake and is like, Captain, the light is on! What do you mean the light's on? It's never been on! That's the Court of Fontaine! That's the fucking... It's the Court of Fontaine! Damn, I love how you can just see everything in this game. I saw when we were talking to that guy, I could see the pyramid earlier too. Oh. Whoopsie. Well, that's not good.
Great, the light's on. Guess I won't have to worry about moving fuel anymore.
Hey! It's the ghost from before who was talking about moving fuel. What's he doing over here?
The wild hunt came. It passed through all the graves. The fog clung to our ears, stuck to our mouths. We couldn't see or hear each other.
What's he talking about? Has the wild hunt really showed up? Paimon didn't see it at all!
Paimon, I think he's having a crisis, and by a crisis I mean a flashback.
To the lighthouse! To the lighthouse! We've got to get a signal to the units outside before they reach us. Don't just stand there gaping. Pull yourself together. Every second we hesitate could mean another dead comrade.
So about that.
Have you forgotten how to send signals? Come on! I've told you before, a Lightkeeper always has to be prepared. We're all gonna die. They'll strip the bones from our spines.
Something's off. All the ghosts are coming this way.
Don't worry about it.
We too shall cry tears of blood. The Wild Hunt is here! We've got to think of something quick! Okay, we'll try and stall them at the base of the lighthouse while you head up to the top.
Up to the top. Signal. Think of something.
If you've forgotten how to send signals, check the handbook. We nailed it to the tower for moments just like this.
Do not fear. Do not fear.
Don't leave our bodies to the wild hunt. I beg of you. That is no way to die.
Huh? Huh? Sir? Excuse me? Da fuck?
Death, wild hunt. Go to the lighthouse.
Oh, the ghosts have surrounded the tower. Should we do what they're asking? Sounds like they need us to head up, find the handbook, and use the lamp to send a signal out.
Maybe don't do that.
Lighthouse. Hope. Everlasting night.
Maybe don't do that, because then somebody's really gonna go up to, like, Alua's room and shake him and be like, we're in a crisis. I'm already here. How nice. The reference list for light signals is as follows. Please remember the corresponding light signals to avoid sending incorrect ones. Jesus Christ. Distress. Short, long, short, short, long, short, short, long, short, short. Oh no. Do I have to remember that? I'ma just take a photo real quick. I'ma just take a photo real quick, and I don't know what all this means. You and me both ripping, so I don't fucking know either. Yeah, they expect me to know things? They expect me to remember shit? To use my brain? No, I can't do that. Why is there an error with my camera? Why is there an error with my camera? Why is there an error with my okay, well my phone is having a fucking fit. Love that for me. It's actually having a fit. Okay. You give me a second then. In here, and then it's this. Okay. And I'm just gonna put this over here. Awesome. How interesting.
The handbook says that we've got to aim the lamp in the right direction, then control the brightness according to the signaling rules. There are 5 signal types: distress, warning, guidance, summoning, and all safe. Huh. The part that describes the warning signal is illegible, so let's try one of the others.
I don't want to send the distress signal. Send the safe signal. Let the other lighthouse know it's okay. Oh, Alua, I'm about to give you a hell of a fright. He's gonna have a rough night.
Okay, the signal is sent. Let's go check on the ghosts.
what happened here? Ran into a spot of bother?
I ran into a something. And the something is probably gonna cause you some issues a little bit later, I'm gonna be honest. I'm sorry about that.
A whole host of ghosts surrounded the lighthouse. I sent them away to prevent them from blocking the area. And when they saw the lighthouse flashing, they departed.
Oh, it was pretty scary. They completely surrounded us and begged us to help them.
Yeah, can I go up and send that safe signal now?
I sensed it too. This graveyard is bereft of life save for passing birds, the insects underground, and myself. Normally, it's so quiet you can hear yourself breathing. Up until just now, that is, when these ghosts started getting agitated. Was it because of the lighthouse? They asked you to send a signal out. How peculiar. In my experience, they have never coerced or harmed anyone in any way.
Blins, I've been coerced. They forced me into sending a distress signal. Also, once again, I have just gotten a thing on the captions that said, "Wake me up at 6:30. Somebody, I think, is yelling at their, like, Google Home Assistant or something to get an alarm sent for 6:30, and it's not working. What is happening? I need you to understand, I'm just using, like, the normal fucking, like, caption, extension for Twitch. Like, that's it. That's all I'm using. I don't know how... The only input that it has is my mic. I ain't setting any alarm for 6:30, nor do I even have, like, a Google Home Assist something. I don't know what's happening. My only thought could be it's that I'm using, like, Google Chrome because it's the only browser that seems to actually work for the captions. But it's very scary, given that it's, like, picking up a signal from someone's Google Home Assistant. I don't understand. What's happening? Stop it. Dude, just set it up on your phone. The Google does not care. Just set it up on your phone. Or get an alarm clock.
This can only mean that lighting the lighthouse has somehow caused a change in them. I must say, this is quite out of the ordinary. Unfortunately, although I saw them leaving, I did not get the chance to ask them where they were going. But you sent a distress signal out, yes? I suspect that may give us some clues. Ghosts are the echoes of living souls, a portion of their thoughts and memories that, for certain reasons, fails to enter the ley lines at the moment of their death, and thus they linger on the surface.
Sucks to be them.
The ghosts in question were lightkeepers in life, and as such, I believe the lighthouse is deeply embedded in their memories, something they are instinctually drawn to. Relighting it must have stirred something in their memories, causing them to depart from their usual behavior. You might not be aware of this lighthouse's past, but it once served a great many functions. From guiding passing merchants and lightkeeper fleets, to reporting on the Wild Hunt's activity in the surrounding area. In the days before this was a graveyard, its light was never once extinguished.
But now it is. Whoopsie!
It came to symbolize the hope and warmth that the Lightkeeper sought to bring to Nodcry. But alas, the light of this historic outpost was snuffed out in a conflict against the Wild Hunt several decades ago. According to our internal records, that conflict cost the island 90% of the troops stationed here. The Starshina of that time eventually decided to send a warning signal to the outside.
Wait, a warning signal? So, they didn't use a distress signal and call for help?
Indeed. The warning signal saved the nearby merchant fleets and patrolling lightkeeper ships. Without it, they likely would have been pulled into the fighting with little knowledge of the situation.
Oh, okay. So, what I presume is that the... What is it called? The Starshina? Is that how you say it? Instead of sending out the distress signal, that way more people would come in and try to help them, he sent the warning signal to keep other people away. To protect, you know, other troops that could possibly come in, because I guess he assumed the situation was just so dire that anyone who came in probably would have just died. But what I assume is that the troops, the Ratniki, who were still here and actually in the fight, their souls, because they didn't actually get put into the ley lines and they're lingering on, are reliving that moment, and what happens is that they actually, in that moment, they wanted a distress signal. But he didn't send it, he sent a warning instead. Makes sense. So they were agitated when the light came back on, because they were like, oh, now's the opportunity. Fucking send the distress signal. Also, I need to take a pill, hold up.
But at the same time, this signal also cut the troops on the island off from any possibility of rescue.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. It saved anybody else, but it doomed the troops that were already there. But the problem is if he sent the distress signal, there's no guarantee that they would have survived anyway, and then other people would have been thrown into the mix and more lives would have been lost. I understand. I begin to understand.
The Lightkeeper Oath contains a line that goes as such. Our bones and blood we shall use as fuel. We shall make life greater than death. It is a line that strikes at the very heart of our principles. Should we find ourselves at a great disadvantage, we are to prioritize the preservation of life and ensure humanity's long-term survival. After all, the Wild Hunt is a never-ending threat, while our numbers are limited. This principle is most cruel to those who must sacrifice themselves, and yet, most of us willingly abide by it.
Shoot! So we sent out a distress signal, but what the ghost actually wanted was for us to send a warning signal, right?
See, I thought it was the opposite. I thought it was like, oh, they're reliving the moment so that they can actually send out the distress signal, like, to get support. Which is probably what they wanted. But, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
You feel you unwittingly did something wrong? No, I don't think so.
I think I did. I think I need to go back up and send the safe signal so Alua doesn't have a fucking heart attack.
Ghosts are but the memories of people that once were. You may have stirred up those memories, but that is all they are. Those to whom they once belonged are long gone. Still, I can see that you're concerned about them. And truthfully, So am I. If you wish to find them, just follow me. Ah, yes. And please do not be alarmed by anything strange we may encounter along the way.
Now it says fucking snooze alarm for. Why is my caption thingy? Why is my caption thingy picking up someone's fucking Google Home signal? Stop! And more importantly, what the fuck is somebody who needs to wake up at 6:30 in the morning still doing up at nearly 1 a.m.? Go to bed, you sick son of a bitch! We get to play the boy! Oh, that's sick as shit, though. Oh.
The lighthouse. It's lit! The wild hunt! The wild hunt is attacking! To arms!
You're fine. This area has such... Because I've been listening to the music the whole time. This area has such... Twilight Princess backing track music. And I love it. Because Twilight Princess is my favorite in the series.
Look! Someone's put out a distress signal! Reinforcements will arrive from the sea soon! Hold steady, everyone!
The coast then. But on which side?
When in doubt, go right.
It's too late. There's no point calling for help now. Even if reinforcements from Pyramida do arrive from the north, they'll only end up as fodder for the Wild Hunt, just like us.
The north it is then.
Hooray!
Paimon sees them! They're all gathering on the beach!
Had reinforcements arrived on the day of that battle, they would have landed here.
What?
You have to understand that ghosts are hard to reason with. A better way to communicate is to give them key information that might provoke some sort of a reaction. How about this? We'll go in together, but I'll handle the communication. After all, I'm not only a lightkeeper myself, but also very accustomed to dealing with ghosts.
I'm not gonna fucking stop you.
Don't come near us. Don't try to save us.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going home.
Help is on the way.
The Wild Hunt is coming in too fast. There's no time. Let us stay here and take them down with us. This place will be enough of a graveyard by the time the night is through. Don't send more people to their deaths.
So, you don't need rescuing?
No, we do. Please, save us. We can't hold on much longer. Everyone else is gone, and we are lost. What more can we do? Please, someone, anyone, save us.
It's such a riveting conversation, and then I look over at my captions, and now it says on Spotify. Does anyone in the chat have the captions turned on? And has had them turned on for a while? Are you seeing those things where text is popping up that I do not say? 'Cause, like, it's one thing when the captions, like, misspell what I actually say because it's live, speech to text. There's gonna be, you know, limitations and stuff. And there's also going to be a little bit of a delay and things, but it's like, the fucking set an alarm for 6 a.m. Have a snooze at whatever. On Spotify. It's like, I didn't say any of that. Now I did, but like... This is why I don't trust, like, any home assistant... whatever the fuck. Because you never know, like, where the information is going, and more importantly, you never know if the signal gets intercepted with other parts of their technology and stuff. I have no trust. I'm sure whoever it is has a phone, and they can just set the alarm themselves. You can just open the Spotify app and find it yourself, buddy. Manual works just as well, if not better.
Ignite the blue lantern. It will guide you far from the wild hunt.
The blue lantern cannot bring back souls from the dead. Even if you light him up, it will be too late. He can help you destroy what remains of the wild hunt, but he cannot save you.
Don't rescue us. Don't come any closer. No, wait. Help us, please. Someone, anyone.
They're having a crisis.
Ugh, what's this supposed to mean? Do they want help, or don't they?
They're conflicted, Paimon, because they want people to help them and to ideally come out of this alive. But they also understand that they're basically resigned to their fate, and that if anyone else were to come here, they'd basically be doomed to death. So it's this odd, fine line between, please, God or whatever higher being can hear me, send someone who can save us, but also, please don't send anyone else here or they will die.
Those poor souls. On the one hand, they hoped that someone would send out a distress signal and save their lives. On the other, they did not wish to call in reinforcements only to send them to their deaths.
Mm-hmm.
And so they sought the help of the Blue Lantern spoken of in local legend. And indeed, one such lantern was still preserved on this island. That ought to have been their last hope in a time of desperate need. But to my great regret, it is of no use to them now.
Will any other horrible things happen?
They will recall the unfathomable suffering they experienced in their final moments. I will do what I can to comfort them.
We shall part the snow curtain of the sky and blast the winter winds across the wasteland.
We have sworn an oath, and so we must fight to the end. We cannot wait for them to come. We are the last ones. Pick up your weapons.
We are the Light Keepers, who shine the eternal light of hope into the endless snow-swept plains.
Wait, Fritz, must have rallied.
There's an uprising. Spiritual uprising.
Again, they are but the replaying memories of once living people. It is not the ghosts who have rallied, but the Lightkeepers who fought to the bitter end. Viewing the world through human eyes is like looking into a kaleidoscope. It is so complex and yet so beautiful. The sorrow and reluctance in the face of death, the longing for a life of peace and stability, the surprising valor that wells up in the hour of despair. If it were up to you, traveler, would you wish to do something for them?
Honor their destiny.
Is that so? A response befitting an adventurer of your caliber.
They're already dead. The best thing you can do is respect what remains.
Personally, I do feel inclined to do something for them. To help these shadows of the heroes that once were forget the death that will soon be upon them, and return to their slumber. In time, the memories and yearning of these ghosts will fade, and slowly return to the ley lines. But that time has not yet come. My dear Retniki, I am Kirill Chudamirovich Flintz. Once upon a time, it was I who retrieved your fallen bodies from the battlefield. Now, let me once more lay you to rest, for you are worthy of my respect and earnest esteem. Look upon my flame and wander no longer. Return to your graves and forever rest in peace. 6 feet under may you slumber in your erstwhile homeland, and in sweet dreams return to the ley line's embrace.
Flins is cool as shit. Also, yeah, exactly. The best thing you can do is respect what remains, and what remains is currently in horrific unrest. So send them back to their graves, and let them pass in peace. Or as much passing in peace as one can do, having been, ripped to shreds by the Wild Hunt.
Some of their memories and thoughts have been dispersed. The rest will later return to their usual state.
May they find rest.
To me, they are both warriors whose memories should be honored, and my gentle, friendly neighbors. Unfortunately, I did not know most of their names, but my short interaction with them has deposited some of their memories within my flame. At the very least, I know now that the gentleman who moved fuel and loved to tell the tale of the Blue Lantern was named Imo, and the comrade he always called out to was named Itu. Many of the ghosts on this island may have been affected by the lighthouse, and I'm not sure if they'll all undergo changes like Imo. But if you're in the mood to keep exploring, would you come with me? I'd like to get to know them better still.
I like this one. This one's good.
It would be my honor.
Let's go, bud. Oh, and they fixed up the lighthouse. They fixed up the lighthouse. Ah. Also, whoever it is with the go home thing now is currently trying to watch something on Netflix. It's like bothering me every time I look over here to see if something's happened. It's just some random... Oh. We did it! Don't worry about him. Yay! And back we go. To the bench. To the bench of emotions. Oh, I liked that one. I really liked that one. Oh. Why didn't I move? Why didn't I move? There we go. But yeah, I really liked that one. Honestly, I liked Varka's as well. Because, granted, the whole hitting the fucking, barrel up a cliff was kind of funny. But also, it was the last conversation that we had with him, like, at the end of that I thought was really nice. I don't think I streamed that one. I did a Lua and Varka off stream because I didn't know what it was, and then I realized what it was. Lauma's was really chill. Ino's was, please stop harassing this robot. Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah, I think Flynn's had the best one of those, like, little things. I do have to go into, like, Columbina's, like, cove several more times. So I'll just do that, like, occasionally, day by day, which I have not been doing. Oh, yeah, we did Nicole's as well. I liked Nicole's. I like Nicole and her, like, storytelling and stuff. That's very fun. Also, the event as well. Like, the actual event that we did was good, too. Again, it's one of those things where it's like, it's up to your own personal opinion, especially given that it was a story about, like, vast mass destruction being caused by weaponry and shit, so, there's things to be said there and there, but it's like, okay, well, at least we didn't re-orphan 3 children again, so I guess that's good. But yeah. There we go. Oh, I love this game. I love this game. I'll do all of the, like, mini-game stuff off stream and things like that, but I do, and I should, do the, Temple of Space, because I need to do the Temple of Space. Yeah. I'll do that at some point. We'll see. I didn't make a schedule for this week because I didn't know how long anything was going to be or how busy I'll be or anything. I did just get, like, a new project for the game, so I might be busy with that. We'll see. But I think after the event ends, I know... Because we're getting Snezhnaya this year, but it's later. It's in, like, August, I want to say? And apparently, because I just went on Instagram for, like, a little bit, I didn't actually look into any of it. I just saw people going, like, something with Riku 6.6, and I was like, cool. I'll figure it out when I get there. I love going in blind. I don't want to know. But yay. No, I don't want to do that. Anywho. we are going to, because I am now done, raid D into Cryptid. Enjoy the absolute chaos. But I hope you all had a fun time. Thank you very much for coming to the stream. I very much so appreciate it. I hope you all have a wonderful night and the sweetest of dreams. And I'll see you next time.